I don't know how to start this one off, but this situation right here is really delicate. It's really delicate, and it got the social media in a frenzy, along with other
news
things.
in a frenzy. In
yeah, news in general, but more so too with the social media. But we're gonna get right into it. We ain't gonna skip in. We're gonna keep it unfiltered. We're gonna keep it raw, and most importantly, we're gonna keep it respectful to both parties, both families, good or bad. We're gonna keep it real and listen.
Both families.
But we listen. The reason why I say that because we gotta wait till the whole facts come out.
They've been releasing facts for the past 2 weeks.
I agree with you, and I know that. But what I'm saying is that I think right now, until we know, because I don't want to feed into the social media firestorm of saying this
speculation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, I don't want to do that. Yes, me and you both know it was goofy, because if I call you a friend and something happens, believe it, I'm holding it down. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to ghost your folks, and they, you know what I mean? I may be heartbroken.
They wasn't really his friends.
Exactly. My point exact. So, Nolan Wells, listen, it's crazy, but there's been a breakthrough, a new report that there may have been another boat somehow, some way, a part of this situation.
Wow, it keeps coming out with more information, and like, is it a cover up going on? It's a cover up, and it's an uncover up and a cover up.
Listen, there's so much of a cover up coming up, going on with this family, and it's crazy because
they just want the justice. You're not gonna be able to bring Nolan Wells back, but just tell me what happened.
Exactly. The family know they can't bring him back because they had the funeral. They know they can't bring this man back, but just tell them what happened. Be real with it. Like, they can deal with that, but they can't deal with the part of them telling him, or them telling the family, oh, this, that, and they know, send the love, like, let us know, like, what you think, like, please let us know, like, what you think, like, they should have let the family know, all the family.
I think it's so murky down there with that. What is it, Alabama, right?
One of them,
something like one of them super former racist states.
One of them
be doing racist stuff.
One of them deep racist styles still stuck in the time.
So they got a history of acting like this, even though it's like 70, 80 years later. Right. I talked to you about this. I'm like, you hate to make it about racism, but it is what it is. Yeah. He's like only black kid in that whole picture. And the voting rights. I mean, there's a lot of people that live around like, oh, I'm the only black dude in this situation. They're not going to view your life as important as the rest of the white lives that was the majority of the situation. So, from what I understand, he was drinking and got into it. Certain reports say that he was arguing with other people, whatever.
Right.
But when it comes down to it,
still don't mean that he should have lost his life. But go ahead.
I'm sorry. Like they come down to it, like, they gonna stick up for themselves. Mm-hmm. And if something happens to you, like in that situation, like you the majority out.
Right. Real talk.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's an unfortunate situation because they still getting the facts over like weeks on end. Like, they can't really come up with this is what happened. Right. They had to get an alternative another autopsy done, find out more stuff is going on.
Right.
Now you find out that he's got bruises on the back of his neck and his head, like somebody was trying to force him to drown. Yeah. Like, it's a crazy situation that like should have been handled like within the first couple of days, but because it's national news now, because they playing around with the evidence.
Real talk.
and the circumstances around it, and there's people, you can tell people are being forced to like try to like stick to the story.
But you can't.
You can't.
It's hard now.
It never happens it never goes down like that. Somebody's gonna come up like this will happen.
Yeah.
I can't hold it in no more.
The guilt going to kill him.
Exactly.
And a lot of these ignorant people don't understand.
But these are kids. These are like 17, 18-year-old kids.
I understand. And we're not saying did any foul doing. He
That's
is, but I'm not.
Shit going on.
I
always say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
I will say, it's some foul shit happening. We ain't gonna sugarcoat that part. But what I'm not gonna do is pass judgment on these kids or whatever happened. Yes, they was wrong for ghosting the moms and turning their phones off and not being true when they said they was, friends. Yeah. They said they were his friends.
Automatic judgment on you.
Right.
You already put yourself in a line of judgment when you start doing weird shit like that. And somebody died.
Yeah. Big fact. But I will not. Okay, I need more evidence. Like the evidence came out, there was another boat attached to this. I don't know if they trying to cover the tracks of a certain situation, whatever have you. I don't know. I'm not a detective. I'm just telling you what they just came out with just today, or I think it was last night or something like that. But yes, but my thing is this. See, a lot of people are so ignorant, they believe that we still living in those times where you can't find some type of justice.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. This is how a lot of their brain work right now. Even though they have family members in certain positions to
sweep stuff under the rug,
but it's still, because what's in the dark will eventually come to light. No matter how or who they are, or how hard they may try to sweep it under the rug, or who they are that may be in certain positions of government. Still, we are not living in them times where your thought like people want to know, white and black. And I want to commend Nancy Gray. I never really agreed with a lot of stuff, but I don't know if she's doing it just to get back and, get her name back out there or whatnot. But Nancy Gray, I think she gonna figure this out before they do.
What the hell is she going? She's not an investigator.
Yes, she is. I think she used to be like a district attorney or something like that. And something would let her to be on SNL and to have these crime dramas or speak about it is because something happened. I think was her son. Something happened. Something changed her where she got into this. Like that guy that started America's Most Wanted. It was the same type of situation, similar. And she started it, and she exposed this guy, Officer Brandon Tatum. Bro, I know you got a podcast. I know you do what you got to do, but come on, you pandering to these folks just to get a couple of dollars, and you're lying. And this is crazy, man. This is cold crazy, man. Just so you can get from the white people their approval and their judgment and their dollars. So you want to slander this lady, and her mother, and her family. He wasn't slandering her. What he was doing was making false accusations. Oh, I'm gonna go have a private interview with one of the people that was on the vote. Man, you think them dudes gonna speak to you? You clown, you damn you. But anyway, so he was making up lies. He was just really and it's sad, bro. And it's sad the way he was going about it. Like, I understand if you're trying to do things to get likes and views and you're trying to feed your family, but come on, man, have a little morals, have a little sense of, like understanding. Come on, man. If you don't know what's actually happened, don't be like, insert yourself on one side. If you don't know, stay in the middle. Stay in the middle, if anything. But you want to search yourself on one side and try to, and then he went on certain news platform pandering this bull crap. What he was doing. Like, please, you don't even want to know. Don't even but Brandon Tate, you was out of pocket. And I understand. No, I don't understand. You was out of pocket.
Is he just doing shit for shock value?
I think he was not only doing it for shock value, but pandering to the different class, different people, different ethnicities on this situation with Nolan Wells. He even went so far as saying that Reverend Al-Sharpton and all these people, I forgot the guy that's the lawyer for the Nolan Wells family that's trying to help. Yeah, he's trying to get justice. He's, by the way, he's the modern day Johnny Cochran. But anyway, what I'm gonna say is that this guy, Brandon Tate, Officer Brandon Tate, or whatever you used to be, you was out of pocket, man. Hands down. Listen, we ain't gonna keep drawing on Nolan Wells, justice to them.
To the family.
Nancy Gray, keep your foot on his neck. Like, yo, keep your foot on their neck. Like, real talk. I got her solving this joint. Real talk. I got her solving this joint.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Hopefully she's somebody.
Yo, because
I need all the facts to come out. Because yeah, like I said, you can't bring him back, but justice.
Can't bring him back. The family understand that. The family understand that they want justice and they ain't going to rest. And to you ignorant people and backward mind thinking that you think you're so far there.
You can get that off.
Right. Yet we ain't living in those times. One thing they don't understand, if they stood up for less back then, even though they were slaughtered, but they still stood.
What do you think we're going to do to that?
What you think is going on now? What you got the internet and all that, and it might be biased with or AI and all that good stuff, but still, what you think going to happen now? And when you got more now. That's Wake up, everybody. Anyway, this is SP HustleHard. This is my good guy right here. Luck VL tapped in. We in the building. So recently, a couple of days ago, the Tate brothers got bought.
You got to.
So
who are the Tate brothers? They some kickboxing /
I don't know if they racist or masculine. I don't know, but they was doing a whole lot of stuff. So what was being said was allegedly. Let me repeat. What allegedly is being said is that they being charged with sex trafficking, rape.
That's not alleged. They are being. They got locked up.
Okay,
they got paper. They're locked up.
No, but they wasn't found.
But they're being charged.
Right, but they wasn't found guilty in no other country. I think it was England or somewhere across seas. They trying to get them deported back for the situation. Even
Who's
though
charging us? The U.S. is charging us?
No. I think somewhere in the UK, somewhere one of them European countries is trying to get them back over there so they can charge them up. And make a
sex trafficking.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of. They said they was. This is what they saying, that they was they had young girls, bringing them in containers and all types of stuff. I'm not even going to speak. I'm not even going to get too deep into it because I don't want to put nothing out there that's false and that's not actually.
But what actually happened is they're being charged and they got locked up.
Right,
they're trying to
extradite them back to one of the European. That's the facts there.
Actually, still coming out about that.
Right, it's a lot coming out.
Many ditties almost.
Yeah.
They're being accused of being many ditties.
Many, they're the winners. But anyway, that's a story for a different day until we get the facts and understand what's really happened. Please, people, stop passing judgment. You don't know what happened. You wasn't there. You don't. Yeah, you have people saying what they saying, and I respect that. But for everybody else on social media, don't pass judgment until you know yourself what's really happening, what's really going on.
That's not how
I know.
That's it these days. Yeah, everybody wants to have some type of shock value, even if it's a lie or truth.
And that's the thing.
Just to get views.
And you know what's crazy? That's the thing now.
What Fab say, money ain't the root of all evil now. Attention is.
Yeah.
Just give me the attention. The more attention I can get, I don't care what I say, as long as y'all watching me.
And the crazy part is, this is the crazy part. A lot of people don't even understand, because somebody puts something out there to catch your attention, that don't mean they agree with it. They just doing it because they want to get $1. They just trying to get to $1. They don't care. They know what you aligned into, and that's what social media is doing. Social media know that, not social media, these platforms know, and they catch the algorithm, and they know what these people like, and their views and how they see things and perceive things, and so they feed that. And they don't care if they don't agree with you. They just getting the dollar, and I ain't mad at them. You know, it is what it is. But yes,
these guys are social media influencers.
Yeah, they was on some hate speech. They was all they was scattered all over the board with that.
Gain notoriety through professional kickboxing.
They was kickboxing.
Reality TV, Big Brother. Online centered on hyper masculinity, wealth, and misogynistic commentary.
They was definitely on that masculinity.
But in the background, you're trafficking females.
Hey, that's what they saying. That's what they saying. They saying that's what they was into. Yeah, real talk, real talk. And it was also, I ain't gonna
59 charges being brought up. They're denying all of them.
What country is it?
They're saying it's politically motivated.
I mean, everybody nowadays, everybody gonna say everything is politically motivated. Like, they gonna say everything, bro. Like, it doesn't matter.
Detained without bond.
Yeah, because they got the bread, so they know they're gonna take flight to a country.
Extradition.
So what countries want them? UK, yeah. And one thing I can say about UK, they was one of the few countries that booked their own kind for that Epstein. Yeah, they stand on.
You was in there, get them out of here. You was in there, get them out of here.
Yeah, you making you're fucking up tea time. Keep going. You're out of here. You're gone. Andrew.
A lot of people out of the kingdom over that Epstein. Just being in there.
Just being mentioned. Just being mentioned on that thing get you caught up in the UK. Real talk. But listen, this is SB HustleHard. Like and subscribe. Please stay tuned in, locked in. Here we are. This is the Rec Room. We're going to deliver you nothing but facts. We're going to keep it, 100, unfiltered, uncut. And if you don't believe what we're talking about, just Google it. And we moving right on. So Spain. So not only did Spain.
When you got to fill me in on.
I'm gonna fill you in right now. Not only did Spain win the FIFA World Cup, right? So this is how tight a lot of other countries are. That's all I'm gonna say about that. This is how tight, keyword, a lot of other countries are. So the get back is serious. But anyway, so they got a mass immigration problem, immigration, however you want to dress it up, problem. But let me ask you a question.
And it just happened within the last month?
Yesterday, a couple of days ago? But this is the key thing that people is not understanding. Yes, Spain was our first colonizers. Granted. Did these people cross a border illegally? Yes. Did they enter a Spanish country illegally? Yes. But did they leave Africa illegally? No. You understand?
You can't leave nowhere illegal.
But what I'm saying is that it's you got to understand what I'm saying. This right here, this both was African country.
They're both African countries. Right?
Yeah, but Spain owned one half. You know how we gonna. Okay, let me say this. It's a lot of speculations going on about who created, who started this, who promoted this mass
migration or immigration.
However you want to dress it up into Spain, especially into a Black African part of Spain.
Yeah.
So I guess now Spain, this is me talking to you. What you need to do is, I know you're smart. You're smart enough to see through the bull crap, but news media gonna oversaturate it and make it seem more bigger than what it is and dress it up to the liking of certain people, because a lot of people don't understand what's really being played out here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than what a lot of people with this mass migration into Spain. Is deeper than what a lot of people are seeing on the surface. You understand? Because why now? Why all of a sudden?
These are Moroccan people coming in.
Right. But why now? But it's still, but anyway, that's a different story for another day. But why now? After the FIFA World Cup. You understand what I'm saying?
I say it's not a correlation in it, but
Why now?
I don't know.
Why
Why
now? When they could have been doing this like and
what's the difference between Morocco and Spain? Why people try to leave and go to
but I don't know why, but what my thing is that these people, some of these people is already from that part of Spain.
All right.
You understand? And yes, I think the news media is dressing this up and making this bigger than what it is. We're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there, people, because
listen, I know we're not having no mass immigration in America.
This is deeper than this. Is all I'm gonna say is this: Spain, stand firm.
Morocco people can't come in here.
Listen,
right now.
Stand firm and see through the bull crap. You know what I mean? Big shout outs because
no Ice House Spain, so they can get
big shout outs. I plan on visiting Spain real soon, the Canary Islands. Yeah. So big shout outs. Spain, hold it down because I understand. Yeah, you understand that you see you won the FIFA World Cup and there's haters in the building. They trying to sabotage. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna keep it moving. Yo, Spider-Man. Okay.
You see it yet?
No, I'm mad.
Wow.
I'm mad because when I went today to go get tickets,
you gotta order them online a day ahead. That's why I had to do it.
But no other.
When I seen Michael, I had to order a day ahead.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I didn't think it would be like that, son. Every spot was sold out.
It's the first weekend. No, second weekend.
Yo, no, it's the first weekend.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm going next week. I'm definitely going to be there.
I'm watching on the Fire Stick.
Yo, I don't know what he's talking about.
Listen,
I don't know what
real
he's talking
ones know, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Fire Stick.
Listen,
cue it up.
I ain't got
to worry about somebody behind me.
I need to see that. I need to see the clarity.
Quality on there too.
Bro. I gotta read.
It's okay quality. Right? Next week it'll be 4K quality.
I don't know what he's talking about, but just know, Marvel, I'm going to the movie theaters. I gotta see it. I'm going next Sunday because my kids want to see it.
Right.
I wanted to go today, but every spot was booked. Every spot was booked up.
You gotta get them tickets in advance, bro. It's Spider-Man. That's a whole institution, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland Spider-Man now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch it though.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm definitely going to check it out. I just ain't going to be able to see it until next week. I'm going next Sunday.
They said the movie theaters is people's coming back out going to the movies these days.
Yeah, but understand this: they only coming out going to see certain movies, not.
But they've been a whole lot of bang 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 good movies.
You had the Odyssey. You had now the Spider-Man. What was before the Odyssey?
Yeah, Michael was out.
You had Michael. Yeah, people.
There's been a couple of movies out in the movie theaters. The movie theaters, like, thank God, the streaming shit killing us. We need some money back in the theater. Shit.
You gotta stop pushing that garbage movie. Like some movies they put out, it's like, and the Minions wasn't bad too. Minions, I like that.
That's for like kids.
I know, but that's I like that.
They had Toy Story 5 came out.
I don't think that did all that good too.
But it's still
Toy
Story.
I think they need
kids.
They need to kill this Toy Story and install it all over.
This ain't got nothing to do with us. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
Actually, Toy Story been out since for like 20-some years now. So.
Yeah, that is true. So my bad. But the Spider-Man, I'm going to see that. That's hands down. Also, they got a new Black Panther.
Yep, T'Challa's son.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Denzel Idris, the dude from Snowfall.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. I thought it was going to be the dude from Snowfall too. I was like, yo,
they got another English speaking.
What
Black
movie he played
actor.
in? What he played in?
He played in something else.
What did he play in?
And everybody's like, oh, okay, I get it.
The Predator. I think it was one of the Predator movies, the newest one. He played in the newest Predator movie.
Yeah, his name is David Johnson, starring as an aged up T'Challa in Black Panther 3.
What movie he played
in? At the end of next year. The son of T'Challa. And he was supposed to be the son of T'Challa and the one that was introduced as the baby on the last one. What did he play in?
He played in the Alien Resurrection shit, whatever that joint was. He played in that, if I'm not mistaken. I just never could got his name. But I think, me personally, I think the dude from Snowfall would have been a better look. Real talk. I think he would have been a better look.
Yeah, but they probably want something. It's like, yo, we gonna get somebody. But yo, it's a trend with these British speaking black actors taking these roles, man.
Hey, I ain't mad.
Regular black actors in America.
Listen. I guess they ain't up to snuff. They ain't playing the part.
You remember there was a whole thing about like why is all these British black actors coming over here taking our jobs?
Maybe they better actors. Maybe you got to tighten up. Just that. I ain't gonna say because they from British or they speak different.
Bro, that nigga came over and played Snowfall, played a West Coast drug kingpin.
Yo, he did his thing.
With the accent.
He did his thing. He did his thing. You can't be mad. You can't be mad.
He coming over here, British speaking actor.
Yeah,
taking the Black Panther. That's like one of the most prestigious black roles in America right now.
Yeah, that's one of because Marvel canceled a lot of black.
They canceled the dude that played Kane because of that situation with the white woman.
And not only that, they can't.
What's his name?
Blade. They coming through with the new Blade, what they've been talking about for years.
If they do, it's gonna be another British speaking actor.
Yeah.
Black dude.
I think the dude was from British, the one that was going to play the new Blade.
Was he?
Yeah. What he played in? He played in a lot of good movies too.
That's crazy.
He walked away, and then they was coming out with Wonder Man, and I
thought Wonder Woman.
No, Wonder Man. Wonder Man was he was how they created Ultron.
New Blade actor is supposed to be Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, I think he's from the UK.
No, he's not from the UK. He was born, I think, outside the country, but he grew up out here though. Like he played basketball like in the colleges out here.
He played in a lot of good movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be.
Yeah. But he ain't now. Because
he walked away from it.
Yeah, because they just kept playing with it. And I don't know what's the thing.
What happened?
Because besides, I'm gonna
say that
because
it was delayed, it kept delaying it.
Right.
So
I'm gonna say,
you
like,
know what? You're not gonna keep holding me up. Like I got other stuff to do. Y'all keep pushing it back.
I'm gonna say this with Marvel.
But he fit right in with that.
Right, he did.
He looked just like him.
Yeah, he looked just like Wesley Snipes.
Exactly. Look at him.
Just what I'm gonna say. Apart from that, I'm gonna say this. I think Marvel see that Black Panther is the only black superhero that's really
Captain America.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about as far as black. I'm talking about us black superheroes. You got Falcon, yes, but
or the dude Samuel L. Jackson, please.
Yeah, but they ain't got this thing like how Black Panther.
Yeah, the leader.
Lead the role. You understand?
The whole movie.
Right. So they cut the Wonder Man. The Wonder Man was supposed to be on Disney, I think Disney Plus, whatever. And the guy that's supposed to play Wonder Man, which is Ultron's, how Ultron really came about is through Wonder Man, because he was like real strong. He was like type of Superman type level strong. And he was a part of the Avengers. A lot of people don't know that, But anyway, they cut that.
MCU situation.
Yeah, they cut that. So a lot of black superheroes, I don't think they believe are profitable, because it's not about color. No, if you think it's about the color, nah. It's about that moolah. That's what it's about. I'm gonna keep it real. Maybe it may be a little sprinkle of but it's really about the money. Anyway, moving right along. Black Panther, we in the building. We gonna see it. Anyway, moving right along. The verses.
Well, that happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yo,
Game versus YG.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
I watched some of it. I
fell out. I fell out on the way to work. I watched it.
I fell out when the Game drunk a whole bottle of Don Julio. I engulfed that. Man, I would have fell as soon as I would have got to the last drop. I would have fell out. I probably would have fell backwards.
Yo,
I knew he was lit. He
was. for the rest of the whole time.
He didn't need no more to drink.
Yeah.
He didn't need no more to drink after that.
I didn't realize, but the crazy part is it was a good versus, but I didn't realize I forgot Game had a lot of hits.
Listen,
He had a lot of hits.
That's the joint. I was like, damn. He had, even though it was with 50 and a lot of stuff that
There was stuff after that.
Yeah, he had stuff out. Yo, he had some nice joints.
Him and Kanye.
Yeah, he really had some nice joints that I didn't really think that. Yo, I ain't
going verses with it, like
yeah. And YG had some joints too, but
they
really
painted it like he was the next generation after the Game. That's why they did it. And it was blood out on that day. Flags everywhere.
You saw nothing but red.
That's true.
I don't think. Listen, if you was neutral,
I respect that. What you expect it to be?
Yeah, and if you was neutral, you would have to come in there with nothing but white on, and it wouldn't have been the green or purple or anything.
One thing I did like on it, they did a whole segment where like they paid homage to Nipsey. Even though Nipsey is a crip, they did like 4 songs in a row. They both did songs with him. They went back. Nipsey
was definitely the truth. Big shout out to
and
Nipsey
they both was cool with him.
and his family. You know, God bless the family. Nipsey.
They keep it moving. What he said, they turned his they doubled his worth since he's been dead. Yeah. His brother,
his brother, Black Sam, that's what he should do.
Merch
that's what he should. Big shout outs to Black Sam holding it down for his brother. Yeah. Real talk, like yo, Black Sam, though, you doing your thing. One of these days,
he doubled his worth if he died.
Listen, I'm definitely going to make it my business to go to what's this burger spot? Black Sam, they got a burger spot out in California, if I'm not mistaken.
Slauson and
what the heck is the name of that joint?
What?
What's the name of the burger joint Black Sam on?
He owns it?
Yeah, they own it. They can't. I think it's. I think it has something to do with one of Nipsey's albums.
What?
Yeah. Burger something.
Marathon Burger.
Yeah, the Marathon. It was his
official fast food chain launched by that state of the late rapper.
Yeah, Marathon. Because remember, one of his albums was called The Marathon.
And it's the flagship one is on Melrose Ave.
Yeah, and that's what, California, right?
Yeah.
And what is the other one?
That's in Melrose. You got another one in Venice Beach.
Oh, that's
what? Long Beach.
All of that. So all of them was in California. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm making it my business to go to one of them joints, man. Real talk.
Go to LA and then see the mural. Go to Crenshaw and Slauson.
Real talk. Making my business to go down there and see one of the greats, man, and pay my respects to that man, because he was something else. He was something different, and he was trying to make a big change. But we're going to keep it going. This is SP HustleHard, and this is my good guy right here. Luck VL tapped in. We are in the building, and we are keeping it going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to 38 Splash.
Splash or Spesh?
Spesh. My bad. 38 Spesh and Jadakiss.
Why did it turn into a situation? It's a weird situation.
Spesh. Me personally, Spesh. I think you good lyrically, but I don't think you that on that type of level. That's my opinion. I like.
So what happened is he wanted a verse of Jadakiss on his new album. Jadakiss stalled him out, and that's not the first person. Jadakiss is like, yo, I got too much going on.
Right.
So now Spesh is making a big deal. This is like it's like a clout chasing / like promotion to get eyes on what he's doing. Like, oh, I did a better verse on the last time me and Jadakiss, I had Jadakiss on the track. I had a better verse than he did. So this is probably why he's stalling me out with this. Yeah. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, listen, I got a better verse. And then it turned into a whole thing where people's like, oh, Jada got to respond to that. Jada's like, for what?
Right.
So now he done released the diss track because a lot of people came out and was like, yo, you need to chill. Like, Jadakiss is up here, you are here.
Yeah, he ain't trying to hear that.
So now he coming to everybody else on his diss track. Right. And then now it's everybody's camp around them is put diss tracks against each other. It's turned into a whole big thing.
Attention is good. That's what it's all about. If you got a project coming out and you want to at least sell 50 copies.
You make some noise.
Make some noise. Kick up some dust. You at least sold 50 copies. That's 50 copies.
It's still
more.
cloud chasing though, but
yeah, but that's what it is.
Is it promoting? Isn't it cloud chasing anyway?
That's promotion.
Promotion is cloud chasing.
Yeah.
Cloud chasing is promotion.
Whether it's good or bad, that's promotion regardless. Because now you got people's attention. People want to know who's this guy.
Let me hear him. And what's this song you talking about?
Yeah.
Jadakiss.
And the joint he dropped, now mind you, he only said a little. He only gave a little bit to Jadakiss, and then he went in
on Jim Jones.
Oh my God!
Because Jim Jones just told him like, "Yo, you need to."
I mean, yeah, he should, but he went in on Jim more or less Jim Jones' wife. Like, yo,
You think he OD'd on him?
On his wife, yes. On his wife, yeah, listen. On his wife, on the wife situation, I think he went over and beyond. I believe with the wife, the way I know it's a battle and all that. Everything is fair game, but to go that far, talking about her, you could have just gave her the one bar like you gave more or less to Jim Jones because all you talked about. Yeah,
he barely talked about Kiss on that.
Yeah, he barely did. Said the son of Fat Joe and all this goofy stuff, and But anyway, my thing is he could have just said one or two things and kept it pushing like that. Let people in who's this? But no, he went in.
Do you think that Jadakiss got to respond?
No.
That's why I was trying to tell my homie was asking me like he needs to respond. No, he don't got to respond.
He don't got to respond. Because
he got enough in the equity in the game where he don't have to.
I see if Jadakiss was going up against somebody like
that's more established.
Yeah, I would say somebody like a Nas type title or.
But people in his era not even on that type title no more. What's the point of that? We trying to podcast. We ain't even trying to rap like that no more. We trying to make business moves outside of rap.
We trying to do business, big things, bigger things. You know what I mean?
the people in his era, like in his class, that was rappers. They're doing a whole bunch of other stuff outside of rap. Like nobody rap. Rap is just for sport for them. That's like going outside shooting hoops. Yeah. Let me just make a mixtape real fast. I'll get a verse here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't really.
I don't Jadakiss, man. Me personally, I know you're going to respond because it's just the rap.
I don't think
the rap beast. I know he's going to say something.
He said something in the thing with the rumor with the song with him and
Yeah. He even came.
This about a verse or this about a career? That's what he said.
And this is crazy. He even came at a Stove God.
What are you talking about?
38 Spesh.
He spoke about what?
Because he said he was on the hook of the joint with
Joe. Yeah.
He said I should go in the back and smack. Like he really said something crazy
about Stove God.
Yeah, you better listen to that again.
Now you're just spraying off of everything.
Yeah, he's spraying off. Listen, Stove God, listen.
You in your own situation.
You just worry about what you're doing, Stove. Don't even respond to that.
Keep dropping that heat.
Yeah, just keep coming out with that heat.
Don't even dumb down.
Don't even go down that rabbit hole.
Even though they're both,
they both like from Syracuse and upstate New York.
That's an upstate New York situation.
Let him be. Let him have that. Don't even feed or entertain that. Bro, listen, please listen. Don't even entertain that. Don't even have no words for that. Let him go. You and him will be making a song together somewhere down the line.
And he probably already made a beat for him. They probably cross paths because they both get down with Griselda and Westside. They all cool with Westside.
Right. I'm looking at it like it's a business move.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, if me and this guy got beef, okay, I'm gonna feel some type of way. But if it's a business move and it make it happen. I ain't gonna gun at you, and I know the beef ain't that serious. Right. It's not no life and threat. It's not no life and death situation whereas you gotta duck for your life. Now I'm gonna be mad because he's doing it. But if I know it's not a life and threat, in not life and death situation,
they talking kind of crazy.
Yeah,
that's rap.
That's rap. That's right. They just talk just to get people. Oh wow! Oh, Snappy said this. Yeah, the wow. The wow value, the wow value.
Yeah, basically.
That's what they getting them to do. So, Rick Ross dropped the album.
Which isn't that bad. Set in Stone.
Set in Stone.
Was that his 12th studio album?
Yeah, it's not that bad. I understand that people may not like him. Okay, but his album is not that bad. Real talk. His album is, I think, is better since his which one? What's not this last one? It was like 2 albums ago.
I don't know. I forget.
The one he did, he got with Jeezy when they made up. That
he got a Maybach Music 6 with Jeezy on there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you like this: this album, right, Set in Stone, is not bad. The Rick Ross joint is not bad.
It's not bad, but he debuted at number 39.
39. I mean, he gotta understand one thing:
music is not.
People is more so streaming, and you got a lot of younger generations online streaming than you got people that really listen to music like that. You got people that just like it and like how it sounds and what they ain't checking for certain things. But I believe this is my personal opinion. I believe that this album here was good. It was definitely good. I will give it at least 3-4 stars. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, but
he got a lot of features.
Hip hop in general is in a weird spot,
right? And that I agree. If you ain't a Jay-Z, if you ain't a Drake,
market right now. It's like how housing is
right. If you ain't a Drake, you ain't a Jay-Z. If you ain't a Nas, if you ain't one of them people, that already got like Tate. If you ain't one of them, like one of them top-notch artists, top-notch.
I think he was just doing it for the sport anyway. He wasn't doing it for no I got to make my money back. Right. He's just doing it because he got a bunch of businesses outside.
Yeah, and that's another thing. He's a hustler too. He got a lot of businesses outside of rap, so he's still going to see some coins off of this because he definitely sold what.
He might have just broke even with this. This is his record label. This is Maybach Music.
Even if he just broke even, he's still going to see some coins. Point blank, he's still going to see some coins now. But Meek Mills, I don't know if he's still signed with him or signed to him. He just got something he just dropped.
He dropped Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah, Dreams and Nightmares.
Nightmares and Dreams now. They try to make it on the same type of beat.
Yeah.
You heard it?
I heard one joint.
Are you sick of Meek now?
No, I like Meek. Meek can spit. Meek, lyrically, he's good. He's lyrically good.
But there's some people tired of Meek now. I've been listening to Meek since Meek was like 16 years old.
I think it sounds more so that the reason why they tired is because on some of his songs, on a lot of good songs that be good with good beats, it sounds like he's screaming.
Everybody's been saying it about it.
Like he sounds like he's
screaming. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's his voice, the way his voice carries. But he can lyrically.
People been saying that for years about him though.
Yeah, he's nice. He's definitely nice. But I gotta wait to hear the whole album. I just heard the one joint. And it's not
an album. It's just he just dropped a little song.
Yeah, he dropped the song,
but there and there.
It's not good. I'm gonna tell you like
this. It's not good. I like that song.
Outside to
Nightmares
me,
and Dreams. The Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah, listen, that one song right there is not. It's okay. I'm gonna say that.
It's called Nightmares the Dreams.
It's okay, but what I will say, Meek, you gotta come a little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more tougher on this one, man, on the whole album if you're going to drop. Because I'll definitely go out there and support your cause because I like your music. You're a good artist. You're one of the few young artists out there that really
he's not
lyrically.
No more,
well, you're one of
35 and up nowadays. He's
why are we?
He's in the class. He's in a class with Big Sean, Drake, Wale.
Why are we putting the age limit on this joint? Where we the only music
because
genre.
We're it's not an Asian, but you can tell the difference. Like
but
my brother listens to certain
but why do we gotta put
they sound different than the rapper we listen
because
to?
the one they listen to now, they talking about nothing but spinning their block. And the ones that we used
to rap off beat and their beats are all off. It just sounds like a bunch of rap. To me, it sounds like a bunch of rap. But you kind of gotta I don't know. It's just weird. No, I tried.
Listen, we the only genre that do that. Like everybody else, they do that. Look.
But do you know rock and roll? They don't. The old rock and roll artists don't look at the new rock artists and be like, "Oh, we're not listening." They don't sound vastly different though. Right. These new YNs or these young rappers don't be saying nothing to me. You can't tell what they say.
Listen, all they talking about is how to scam. How many drugs they popping? how many times they gonna spin the block, and how many girls they popping,
and dead ops and all.
And that's it. That's it.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's it. And they ain't even on beat. They ain't even rhyme. The thing is not even rhyming. It's just that a catchy beat with it, and they just say a couple of hooks about 30 times, and yeah, that's about it. They ain't really talking about nothing. But we're gonna keep it moving. That's just our opinion, people. That's just our we listen to real lyrics and real music, and that's our opinion. But to each his own. I ain't knocking it. That's what you like. That's what you like.
You like it, I love it.
You real talk. Real talk.
To it.
Listen, we're gonna get into something, and I want a lot of people to drop this in the comments. We want to talk about household trends. Show married couple make less than half American homes.
Why is that?
It shows that a lot of married couples make up half American, less than half American homes.
When it's been trending. It's
been trending, and you know why it's been trending down? Because a lot of women ain't worth marrying nowadays.
No, they look at us now.
I don't know how, because if you broke,
I think the women value went up and the male value went down. According to what
this
I can do this by myself.
Yeah, they can until they
marriages is overrated. They just with each other. They just don't have.
And that's another thing. I believe it's kind of overrated because it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, and it's a binding piece of paper. Though.
But my thing is, if you're in a relationship, you've been dealing with each other for years and years, you got kids. Okay, you just ain't married, but it's still. I don't understand. The kid, one of the kids or both of the kids, will still have the father's last name. Yeah. You know, somehow, some way.
So a lot of people are like, what's the point of
Yeah. Long as at the end of the day,
it was seen more of a sanctity back in the day.
Right.
They put more of an importance on it back in the day.
That's what a lot of churches put on more importance on.
That's
back
true.
in the days. A lot of churches was like, "Oh, you going
to make an honest woman out of
make an honest woman," and knowing damn well she's not an honest woman since the day she was born, and now you got to go through this and that.
Playing house.
Yeah, and it was a lot of churches back then.
So you think the church's reason why it was a lot of
right? Me personally, I believe it was a more so religion based and forced on a lot of women, because a lot of parents, they see they do, oh, you gotta marry her now. No, you ain't gotta marry. You gotta take care of that kid. You gotta take care of that kid.
And that's what they focus on. It's about taking care of the kids.
Right.
It's not about us being a union.
Right. It shouldn't have to be all about that, because
the more focus on is go ahead.
No. Say what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
The more focus is like, yo, this shit is expensive. We can put that marriage shit in the back burner. We got to make some money and take care of these kids, because these bills is high.
Real talk.
Their clothes is high.
Real talk.
Like, we ain't got time to set aside a whole $15K marriage.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
And that's the part a lot of people not understanding. The times are different than back then, because it wasn't a lot. I'm gonna say like this, it was a lot cheaper to take care of 3-4 kids back then.
Yeah.
Now,
and the wife could stay home and take care of it. It's different
now. The wife can't stay home. She got to go to work too.
Everybody got to go.
She got to get out. Everybody got to get out the house, except for the kids.
No, they got to get out of the house and go to school.
Real talk.
Everybody got to go.
Yeah, everybody got to go. Everybody got to get out. Everybody got to go somewhere.
Even the grandparents, like, I can't watch the kids. So I got to go to work my damn self.
And they like 70, 80, pushing, and they got to still go out and work. So the times are different. Yeah. So
people, as much as press takes a lesser importance on the marriage part.
My thing is this: please leave it in the comments. What do you think is the reason for why
less marriages
are happening now than it was? We want to say like.
But another trend is
what?
Women it's less teenage pregnancies and more late stage. More women past 35 having kids than girls in high school having kids.
I think that's
all like this.
Damn, that's dangerous.
What you mean it's dangerous? I just seen that for like a week ago.
That's dangerous.
So if you correlating it with that,
so guys, you better listen now. it's dangerous. So if she's like, because it's late in the game. Like, yo, like I think
he's 35 and up.
I
ladies is trying.
I think once you get like,
they're trying to get more established first, and then they're like, all right, let me make a baby now.
That's dangerous.
How's it dangerous?
That
is kind of that's more
because it is. But
let me get my stuff together.
See, the reason why I say that because my family, my moms and my father, they had me when they was young, and being able
back in the day,
right? But exactly. But and being
everybody
able
to get their money right first before I bring a kid in the situation.
Right. And now to have a kid at 35, and if you ain't if you ain't making at least 60, 70K a year, I don't even think you should do it. 50K is only good for one person, and that's not really cutting it. Now, so if you ain't seeing, I'm gonna say 70K and better a year, and she gotta be seeing at least 60K and better a year. I understand all the kid needs is love, but not in this time we living in now.
But that's why they wait till they get older. When you get it's more established, when you get older, then it'll be like, all right, I can bring a kid into a situation where I can afford to.
But you gotta be established.
That's why they're waiting later.
I mean, it's a good and bad thing because you gotta be established. You gotta have it all ready together. Yeah. Because
so you're not struggling.
Right. And you don't want that. And
it was cheaper to have the kids back in the day.
A lot cheaper, but now it's like it's tough.
Tell me about it.
It's tough. It's tough.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to do it now. We both combining our money. Daycare is a grip. The clothes and the food is a grip.
Yeah. It's tough. It's definitely tough.
So I see why, because they want to establish and make sure they get to a certain level of money.
Right. And they're making it harder. And they're making it a lot more harder.
And I think it's correlating with the whole marriage thing, because by that time when they're ready to have kids and maybe think about getting married, they're not even thinking about marriage. It's just thinking about let me take care of these kids by the time they're 35 plus.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's changing all. It's a weird space we in right now.
Leave it in the comment section. How do you feel about what we just talked about? Drop it in the comment section. Let us know, please. This is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. And this is my guy right here, VO Tapped In Part, my co-host. Yeah, we in the building. This is the RecRoom. We're gonna give it to you, nothing but facts. And if you don't believe what we talking about, just Google it. Anyway, we're gonna hit the NBA. Listen.
We're in the sports section.
First of all,
LeBron is in Philly. Listen, the red carpet. Listen, let me know when y'all about to do the introduction read, because I'm taking off to watch this. Wow.
One thing I will say,
and the King's Court is in Philly. When they made the announcement, this is the special Philly section. Shut up, you're in New York.
Okay, I'm gonna let them go.
They had billboards all up and down the boulevard. Within the first hour, he announced it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they got there's a lot of LeBron fans. It's not really team fans, it's LeBron fans. A lot of LeBron fans. I had people call me like, "Listen, I guess I gotta be a Sixers fan. What I gotta do?" It's like, all right, bro. I'll give you a little guideline on how. You know what I mean? How to be a goofy Sixer fan. Y'all had y'all Knicks and 5. All that shit is out the window. All right. It's all about Bron news. It was Bron watch because he stopped a lot of shit in the NBA. You know that. Yeah, he did. The commissioner was like, Bron, come on, bro. Like, because we gotta make the schedule up. What you doing? Right. Hey, we gotta get you on TV. Tell us what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's like, Philly. And everyone's like, what? Philly? Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, nah. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it real. I've been waiting for a big free agent to come to Philly since Charles Barkley left 30 years ago. Charles Barkley, he got up out of there. We had nobody come there. He knew he wasn't winning nothing, and he didn't still win nothing. He got to the finals with Phoenix. Man, he ain't win nothing. Hey, man, listen. Anyway, that's a story for a different day. Listen. First, I'm going to say, LeBron, congratulations on going to Philly. It's a good look. It's a good team. They look good on paper. Brown went there first. They look good on paper. Mm-hmm. Y'all look good on paper. I commend what you got going on. I'm not going to hate just yet.
I will be a hater because I am a Knicks fan, and we still the reigning. We are the champs as it is.
That's a fact.
We are the champs. So until we are knocked off that pedestal, I'm a ride, and I'm gonna still ride with my team, New York.
Y'all got a month.
The Knicks, we holding it down. But I will say this, LeBron, y'all look good. But I'm gonna tell my homie right here, if y'all don't make it to the finals,
his finals are bust.
It's the finals or bust.
He got a 2-year deal.
Here, listen, man.
He's 41 years old.
Cut it out. Listen, cut it out.
Get him a chance to mesh with the youngins.
Listen, if you don't get it this year, if you don't at least make it to the finals,
he got retired.
I ain't gonna say all that. What I'm gonna say, it's a dub.
It's a dub. What?
I think let me say that. Let me
30 years old.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Edge comes 21.
Let me correct it. It's not a dub, but until you get rid of Embiid.
So it's all about Embiid this season.
Exactly. Let me say
out of everybody in the situation,
exactly.
it falls.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
He's been there the whole time
because he's a problem. He's a threat when he's on the court. But he's not on the floor. Yes, you got Max, you got all of them around doing their thing. They're gonna toe that. They're gonna hold it down.
But when he on there, it changed the whole situation.
It changed the whole
situation. It's like when it was the Boston series. When he came back, they packed Boston right about it.
Right, but
it's
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If you get there and you lose it, that following year, they better get rid of. Get rid of Embiid. Get rid of Embiid. Because you know why?
They're going to use him how y'all ended up using Cat. They're going to use Embiid like Embiid. You ain't got to do all that extra shit. Just be a facilitator.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Look for people that's open. Mm-hmm. And if you can go one-on-one, go one-on-one.
He's not doing that.
Yes, he is. They said LeBron is going to be a point forward. Like, he going to bring the ball up.
Yeah, listen.
And then Embiid's going to be the second center forward. Like, he going to. It's going to watch.
Listen, it's going to come together. But listen, I'm going to tell you like this. You got Miami. You still got Detroit. You still got Detroit. You still got Detroit. Boston. I'm going to get to that. Hold on. Because I had a problem with somebody at the bar about this Boston situation. Before we close it out, I'm going to touch on that. But you still got Atlanta. You still got Spider-Man. You still got Cleveland. Yeah. You still got Cleveland.
They were in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You still got a lot of teams.
They said Cleveland fumbled the bag. They said LeBron had representatives come to. He met up with representatives from Cleveland before he made this decision.
Right. So what happened?
They fumbled the bag. They didn't want to give up somebody, or they didn't want to trade somebody.
Something happened. They didn't want to trade.
Something happened when LeBron only met up with them, and it was like, nah, I'm going. Y'all not saying what I want. Either James Harden, either he want to play with Harden, or
I'm willing to
get Giannis or Mobley.
Listen.
That's a bad look.
Listen,
I'm willing to come back home.
I'm willing to bet he didn't want to play with
the beard. You want to play with Harden?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet he didn't want to play with Harden. Harden, he lost it. He he got beside. He ain't been. It's like when he was coming off the bench for
he never came off the bench for the Thunder.
The Thunders, because he wasn't the starter. But he was the best six man coming off the bench. He was the best six man coming off.
Like years ago. He's been a starter ever since.
Listen, of course, because he demanded that. But if he would have, sometimes a role fits you, bro.
No,
sometimes
that was a young role.
Okay, it was a young role. Now look, what have he won?
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
What have he won?
Y'all beat him.
What have he won? Okay, my point is that,
he gets there,
bro, bring your butt off your paws, come off the bench, like
he's
real
not
talk.
A bench player, bro.
I know now he's not, but sooner or later he got to understand you're not him. You're not him no more. You're not him.
His numbers say different.
And what happened when he get to the playoffs?
He chokes in Game 7.
Okay, all games. He's good. Listen,
he's
he's good, but bro. Nah, man. And then exactly. And I believe he will bring much more of a spark if he be that six man. If he lead that, because now everything got to go through you.
Right.
You ain't got to cater to or the other starters on the starting five.
Yeah, but he's not. You only do that when you can do that when you're like when your powers are starting to get low. He's not coming off no bench.
Let me say this: Cleveland, you ain't gonna win. Yeah, you're gonna get there. You're gonna make some noise. Granted.
Nah, everybody else got better. Giannis went to Miami.
Listen.
LeBron skipped over Cleveland and came to Philly.
But the only thing else I think gonna hurt Miami is that they ain't got them shooters.
They got to find a shooter. Yeah. They let their shooters go to get Giannis.
Yeah,
they traded away all their shooters to the Bucks.
Because you're gonna be tough down low, throwing that ball down low and whatnot. You're gonna be tough, and you're gonna be tough snatching them rebounds. I got y'all really holding it down.
Take that ball. When it slows down, you got
and they gonna slow it down on y'all all day. That's what I'm gonna slow it down. Like make them boys earn that. Yeah,
what you were saying about Boston?
Hold on.
Because it's deeper than rapping Boston. I got something to say about Boston too.
Boston, you gave up a top-notch player for god doggone Paul George at the tail end of his career, damn near. You hated this man so much because he was outspoken, I guess. Yep. And he stood on 10 toes.
All about it.
And you gave him up because you got your emotions all tied up in a bunch.
Because he said he had a good year last
year. Right. And you let him go. And he held it down. Forget that you got knocked off in the playoffs, right?
He brought y'all there. Almost single-handedly.
Forget that he dropped, you know what I mean? He got you there.
And he was the MVP of the finals 2 years ago when he went to the finals.
Talk about it. And you let him go. Tatum, I'm telling you, bro, get out of there.
No, it's his team now.
Man, it's his team, but you're not winning nothing.
You know what the crazy part is? That's part one of the issue with Boston. Part two of the issue with Boston. LeBron's not coming to Philly if Jaylen Brown wasn't there.
Yeah.
So because y'all did this, sent him to Philly, which is your rival, and just kicked you out of the playoffs. LeBron was in there, I'm going to Philly.
Listen.
Brown was there?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
He's one of the big reasons that he came here. It's like, the team is already together.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Jaylen Brown gonna ball out. Yeah, Tatum, he's a beast. I'm not slandering him. I'm slandering Boston. Y'all messed up a good thing because you got Mitch Robinson. If y'all would have kept Jaylen Brown and surrounded them boys, you got Tatum coming back now. Look at the trajectory of what you got going on.
They said there's too many alphas. There's 1A and 1B. We just need a 1A.
No, you don't need a 1A because you going up against teams that got other options just like that. And once you shut Tatum down, now you got to go to one of these, a surprising star or whoever you got to fill the shoes in for Jaylen Brown that you believe that's going to be the next Jaylen Brown. But
y'all had a Jaylen Brown.
That was the dummy move. You let your feelings get involved in this joint.
Because what it was, he knew that he was trying to trade him and get him in the Giannis package.
Right.
And then it got out there. They were like, we don't want to do
Listen, now if they would have got Giannis, now if Boston would have got Giannis, I would have been like, okay, that's a decent.
Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George.
He's 38 years old.
And you're going to get a couple of first-round picks from Philly, which I'm telling you is not going to be in the first top 5, maybe a top 10, something like that. They ain't going. Boy, look what they got. What makes you think they're
on top of that? Paul George was just failed the what's it called? He had to sit 25 games because he had some shit in his system.
Man, that's what you get.
That was last year, and y'all still trading.
That's what you get. You're thinking you see what he did now. Yeah, you thought if you're crying about Jaylen Brown, he was putting up too many points. If that was your excuse, when I watch what Paul George did.
You all start too. Now y'all got your Jason Tatum team. Let's see how y'all make it now.
Yeah, I gotta see this because I got you being no higher than an 8th seed.
Damn, and off like that.
I got them being no higher than that. I got them being no higher than, and we're gonna play this back. I got them being no higher than the 8th seed and then falling out, knocked off, gone. They ain't gonna win nothing.
It's gonna be interesting.
Man, they ain't going back to the finals. Not with Jason.
They're not going back to the finals. No.
Not with just. You're not coming out. Let me say this: you're not coming out of the East.
No, they're not.
You're not coming out of the East with that bonehead move. Whoever, Danny Ainge, if that was you.
They didn't. They're the one. It's Brad Stevens.
Oh, yo,
Danny Ainge is in Jazz.
Brad, the hate is real. The hate is real.
You can't be outspoken in Boston like that.
If I knew I couldn't get Giannis for Jaylen Brown, I'm standing. I'm cool. I'm like, you know what? I'm riding this wave. Because now we got Mitch Robinson. Yeah. Now we got a half-ass center.
Yeah.
And he's going to play a little defense. He don't demand the ball.
Yeah.
So now we got
cleanup.
Right. So now we got that piece. Now we got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown gonna ball out, and we got Tatum. The boys was a dynamic duo. Who the hell was thinking of breaking that up?
Too much money.
Yeah.
The crazy part is Paul George makes almost the same amount of money as Jaylen Brown. That's the crazy part.
Listen.
So that's how you know it's about something else.
Listen, y'all not winning nothing.
And that's what the fuck y'all get.
And that's what you get. That's what you get. Whoever the GM was or still is, he did it all. He sacrificed all that, right? For what, a first round
pick? I think that came from the top.
Because they let their emotions get the best of them. Yeah. If I was a thinking man, and if I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to keep the fans coming. I'm trying to jack these tickets up. So I'm keeping you, Jaylen Brown. I got Mitch Robinson. He's in. Now we got something. Now we looking a little decent. We got Tatum coming back because he's a problem. Yeah, no matter what, he's going to ball. He's a problem. And I'm going to find another. I'm going to build out there.
It's the crazy part is because it's not like Jaylen Brown wanted to leave.
He didn't.
He didn't say nothing about leaving. Y'all kicked him out.
And
to the Sixers. That's your rival.
That's the great.
Like, what are you doing?
Hey, yo, Boston fans, y'all should be up in arms right about now.
Because they got kids crying and everything.
Like, listen, they did a bonehead move like what the Giants did when they got rid of Saquon and sent them to Philly, and he turned around and get a ring. This is that same type of situation.
This causes people's jobs
to get fired. This is that same type of situation. I'm gonna say like this. I got Jaylen Brown getting his second ring. I want to say
in Philly. Well, it might.
I got it before Boston get another ring.
Oh yeah.
Before Boston get another ring.
It's gonna put a fire.
Jaylen Brown. Oh, I can't. I'm
tuning
in.
For the playoffs.
I'm tuning in.
Finals run.
Yeah, I'm tuning in. He's going to show out. Let me straighten up. He's going to show out against Boston. Every chance he get, he's showing out. And Boston, you're going to take this whooping and love it.
That's what the first preseason game is.
Boston. Yeah. Show out. Yo, Jaylen Brown. I got Jaylen Brown at least dropping a double. He going he show out.
And the Sixers, they're gonna roll the ball out.
Show out on Boston. Boston, you ain't gonna be nothing but an A seed, and you ain't winning nothing for a very long time because of this bonehead move. And because of the higher ups, got that whole emotion, got all because he was too loud. Man, if you don't miss me with that bull crap. Nah, he should stay. Luck gonna say he ring chasing. Who's ring chasing? Nah, like Jaylen Brown MVP. Yeah, real shit. Yeah, Jaylen Brown MVP. Yeah.
This is gonna be an MVP season for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, yo, he
can't. It's gonna be more of a team effort for the Sixers this season.
I really believe, but Jaylen Brown I'm telling you, Jaylen Brown, I don't know what they was thinking about. Yo, Boston, you kill me with that. But anyway, we're going to keep it moving. Like, we got one more joint. My boy got to hit to work. He got trucks to drive. He going all the way up to LaGuardia or JFK Airport. Yeah. And, this is what we do. This is our hustle right here. And we hustle. We hustle to keep y'all in tune. Hey, listen, Ryan Clark, ESPN. I see what's going on. Everybody see what's happening.
They firing them left and right. They firing guys. Good broadcast.
They got to get that money right for the board. They got to get that money right
for McAfee.
They got to get that money for Big Mac. McAfee. listen, and I hate to say it. Okay,
this is the highest Disney.
Listen. let me say this. Look at everything that the boy Matt is doing, man.
He brought the whole podcast.
Listen, he's on WWF, WWE.
He's on college.
He's doing college sport. And not to say Ryan Clark ain't doing none of these joints, but he's not on WWE. He's not, you know what I mean?
But he brought. I sent you the thing. NFL Live won an Emmy because of him, because he did good broadcast. He did good.
Ryan Clark?
Yeah.
Well, that Emmy didn't serve him good.
But they've been laying off a lot of
black. Yeah. We're gonna call it what we call it. They've been laying off a lot of black. Yeah, podcasters are new. Yeah, we're gonna call it what it is. But I'm not gonna shade McAfee like that.
He's good. He's
good. He's definitely good. And you got to look at what Disney's looking at. The overall scope. Yeah, he got tentacles, and every we
need to have the money coming in,
right? And he's putting their brand right. So they gonna throw them. They backing the Brink truck up to him. They give him the bag, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna love it.
It's gonna cost other people their jobs,
right? And it's going in a lot of it's
so it's Ryan Clark and Cam. Cam got cut too. Cam got cut, even though he's like a supporting.
Yeah, Cam is. Cam is.
But the crazy part is they all got their own podcast.
Right, and this is what
Ryan Clark got the pivot, and Cam got his own 4th and 1. Listen, so they all gonna be all right.
You still eat. You just not getting a big ESPN bag. You ain't getting that ESPN bag, but you still gonna get a bag from YouTube or one of these platforms.
That's what it is now. It's podcast.
Right.
People look at people watch Nightcat with Shannon Sharp after the games and stuff like that. I'll be watching that
and look at Shannon Sharp after all he went through with that situation, that scandal that happened. And look,
ESPN now.
Look, he's still doing it. He's still holding
it. Club Shake.
Yeah, and he's still holding it down in Club Shake, and that's his podcast. I don't know if he got ties with they sponsoring him maybe, but they can't be like the worst they could do is rescind their sponsorship. Okay. That's it. Okay.
I'm still having Club Shake.
Yeah, I'm still having Club Shake.
You're not Gilbert Arenas my shit.
Right. You're not Gilbert Arenas his stuff. But what I'm saying, Ray, Ryan Clark, you a good, you did your thing, and I understand that.
He's definitely a good analyst, bro. And he's one of the top analysts out there. Everybody says that. You don't fire him in the middle of his job, bro.
Hey,
they told him at the end of this broadcast.
Yeah, that's what you do. Hey, that's what they do. That's what you do. That's what they do.
They told him in the middle of that.
Yeah, because they ain't playing no games. You got.
They said we wanted us to tell you before you found out.
Yeah. And that was smart. Okay, I can accept that. You wanted to know. All right, now this is what I would do, and I know you would do the same.
He left before the show was over.
Listen, and as you should. Yeah. Give me my check. My time I work, I'm out. I'm going to put all my time and my effort into my own joint. Right. Now I'm going to chase. I'm going to get these sponsors. I'm going to put my footwork in. Now I'm going to show
you the story on my podcast and what was going on behind the scenes.
Real facts. And people going to listen because I know you got at least 100K watching and tuning into your podcast. If not now, right now. Like real talk.
He was on his podcast when he talked about it last week. I don't know if you've seen it. He was on there saying like I held back a little bit just to make the network kind of happy.
Right. But you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have held back. Not at all. Well, yeah. Because Pat, what's his name? Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee. All right. Y'all want to draw it up to a white and black thing? Okay, cool. That's on y'all. But I'm telling you from a vision angle of a money angle. This man is into everything, especially with that tied in with that WWE situation. You got to see the big game. You got to see. You got to. And Ryan Clark, I think, did a couple of college games, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he just did NFL Live. But he was really good. And he came on First Take. Debating Stephen A. a lot.
But I think he didn't. Whoever his team was. They didn't put you on like you. I would have been like, yo, we gotta expand this
because that's why he got his own podcast,
right? But I'm talking about like how McAfee is doing with his.
They brought his whole podcast. McAfee had his own podcast. Right. They brought his whole podcast to ESPN.
Right.
If you be up and watching,
Pat
ESPN,
is the best thing ESPN has gone for it anymore. his show is the only one that covers sports correctly.
Have you been watching this Pat McAfee show?
No, that's what somebody. That's what somebody put in the comments. Say, I mean, yeah and no.
I don't think you think First Take better than Pat McAfee show? You think Pat McAfee show better than First Take? Because that's how they treat it. It's First Take and Pat McAfee for the whole day. They'll play the replays of that all day long until.
I mean, First Take is the start. It's the start of it.
That's my job.
Okay. Well, listen, but we're gonna leave it off on that. But I'm gonna keep it going. This is my guy right here. He gotta go. He gotta get to work. This is what we do. We keeping it going. And we keeping it straightforward. This is SP Hustle Hard. And this is the RecRoom. We give you nothing but facts, keep you in tune, keep you in line. And if you don't believe we'll be talking, just Google it. Right here, this is my guy, LV tapped in. This is it. This is where we at with it. We keeping it going. RC gonna be all right. Yeah, he's gonna be all right. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, Rebel. I agree with you. He's gonna be all right. What you got? What they talk about? Oh, what you late? Oh, you got like 9 minutes. Luckily, you close.
Yeah.
Be good. Anyway, you make it play and whatever you're gonna do. And yeah, make sure you don't make a mess.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we out. See, that's how I pay him. I pay him in food and then send him off to work.
But all right.
As soon as we get the big sponsorship, things gonna change. But right now, I gotta pay him off in food. I got some spaghetti in there, bro.
I appreciate it.
Take that with you to work. But right now, this is SP Hustle Hard. We're gonna keep it going. Yeah, Ryan Clark will be all right. I agree with that.
He's going?
Yes. Ryan Clark gonna be all right. He's gonna be good, but my thing is that now on a lot of platforms, they making it seem more or less like, it's all a black and white thing. We're gonna keep it like that. I believe it may be a little bit of that, a little sprinkle of that, yes. It may be a little sprinkle of that that's into it, but more so, I think they're looking at what the view is going to be. It's about $1. It's about $1. And Rebel, I see what you're saying, but yeah, he's going to be all right, and it's going to be crazy. And yeah, and I missed the comment you said about Tatum leaving Boston. If Tatum leave Boston, not to change his direction, but if Tatum leave Boston, oh man, I would. If I was him, I would. I would, bro. They don't like you, but it is what it is. Listen, you're not gonna win. You ain't gonna get another ring with Boston. I'm gonna tell you that. And I got Jalen Brown getting another ring before you. Real talk. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Marcel? Big shout outs to my guy, Marcel, man. Yo, you got to pull up, man. You got to pull up. And yo, you got to pull up, my guy. Luck was just here. He about to go to work. I only pay him in food right now. So I pay him in food for him doing his commentating and, co-hosting along with me. But as soon as we get the podcast and the promotions, we on our way. We on our way. YouTube, we locked in. We locked in with YouTube. We keeping it live and all the way direct with YouTube. But what I'm gonna say is this, Marcel, you got to pull up, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You got to pull up. But back to what we was talking about tonight. We covered a lot. We talked about the Nolan Wells, Tate brothers, Spain, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Game versus YG. That was major. 38 Spesh versus Kiss, Jim Jones and all that. Rick Ross, album, which I think right now it's a decent album that I heard from. Also, the trend, married couples, let's make up less than half American homes. We spoke on that, but leave your comment of what you think or how you feel or what you think about that. Also, LeBron, free agency going to Sixers. Now, I can't hate on him, man. I like LeBron. LeBron is a good player. He's a decent player, and he's definitely one of them players like you gotta and